Hello, everyone. This video is to help you through the data collection part of exercise 1. So if you've reached this point, by now you should have your three different sized potato cubes soaking in the IKI. And as soon as that timer goes off, you need to be ready because this part of the lab is time sensitive. So what you do once you get them out of the IKI and you dry them off with a paper towel, you slice them in half. And so you're exposing the inside part of the cube, which should look like this picture right here. So you have this black border with an inner part of the cube that had the stain hadn't reached yet. And so what you'll do first is take your ruler and you're going to measure the entire length of the cube. And that goes in this first column A. Then you measure the length of the white part of the cube, the unstained part. So you have to get those two measurements first for all three of the cubes before you move on to do the rest of this table. Otherwise, that stain will continue soaking in and then it will affect your results. So once you get those two lengths measured, then you can move on and continue these calculations, which sound scary, but they're actually very simple. You start with your surface area. So I'm going to give you guys some practice data here. If you measured 48 millimeters as your length, right, the length of the unstained white part is 21 millimeters, then you would calculate the surface area based on that first measurement for the whole cube, which is this number right here, and your formulas are in the instructions. Then you get the surface area of the white cube based on the number in column B, and then finally, to get your surface area of just the black part, because that's what we want to know is how much of the surface area was absorbed by the stain, you subtract. You're going to subtract the white square from the whole square, if that makes sense, or cube, I'm sorry. So you would take this number minus this number, and that would give you your surface area of just your black border, right? And then continuing on with the same idea, to get volume, you're still going to use the same measurement from A, right? So the volume of the whole cube relies on the length that you measured in the beginning. So that's just length times length times length. There's your volume. You're going to do the volume of your white part of your cube. And then again, to get the black part, you just subtract. You subtract this number, the white part, from the volume of the entire cube, and that will give you the volume of your black border. And then finally, you'll get a percent. That's what we want to know is percent-wise, how much of the stain, how much of the cube was actually taken up by the stain when it comes to volume. And so that number should be in a percent format, right? So you take your black volume, divide over your whole volume times 100. So there you go, 91.63% of the cube was absorbed by the black stain. All right, so you would continue those same calculations for all three sizes, and then you have a few other questions to answer, and that's it for your data collection for exercise 1.